Hi, my name's Oscar McNabb. I'm a professional English tutor and a filmmaker based in North London, UK. I've been teaching for 6 or 7 years now since graduating from Oxford University in 2019, and I balance my English tutoring work with filmmaking. I work as a film director, writing and directing commercial films and short films and charity films. So let me answer these questions for you. What do you think are the 3 most important qualities in a teacher? So I had a little think about this one, and I came up with my 3 C's of teaching: charisma, clarity, and care. Charisma, because it's so important for every teacher to be passionate and have enthusiasm for their subject. And that also means excitement and energy when teaching, which is infectious for students. So the second C is clarity, communicating and explaining complex ideas in ways that are easy to understand for all students. Approaching ideas in a logical and methodical fashion so that students can take that critical thinking and apply it to all aspects of the subject and all aspects of life. And the third C is care, and this is a really important one. It's so important to have empathy, support, and care for students. That means being receptive to their level, their specific learning needs, methods of teaching that work well for them, methods that maybe don't work so well for them. So next question. What are your best experiences in teaching? And can you tell us something about your subject which you or your students have found most exciting? So I've had a lot of great experiences with teaching, and I think one of my best experiences was my first real experience doing proper teaching back in 2017 when I was still studying at Oxford as a student. I went away for a month to Japan to teach on the Toshin Global English Camp, where I worked with a number of different groups of Japanese high school students. On that camp, we worked with the students through a variety of different confidence building, speaking, listening, reading and writing exercises. And so we worked with them to develop these presentations called life mission presentations, where they talked about their own personal ambitions and goals for studies and beyond in English. And that was such a valuable exercise to do with them, and really, really meaningful for myself as a teacher, because we literally got to see these students go from being very shy, some of them who weren't super confident in their English speaking skills, and also in themselves. And one of the most exciting things that I've done with one of my students was when I worked with a young boy called Henry, who was 11 years old and was struggling with being really disengaged in his English class. And I worked with him for a bit and learned what he liked and didn't like, and we managed to pick this book, quite a well-known kids book called Skullduggery Pleasant, which was a super exciting adventure book full of magic and fantasy. And as soon as we started working on this book, he really blossomed as a student. It was amazing. He found it really fun, found it really interesting, really enjoyed the book, and was so wrapped up in the story. When it came to talking about imagery, metaphor, and comprehension exercises, he was so much more engaged. Final question, why did you get into teaching, and what else do you do for work? So I guess this is a long story, but I've kind of been teaching ever since I was at school. I used to help a lot of the younger students with English essays, history essays, homework and things. Whilst I was at university, like I said, I went on this amazing trip in 2017 to Japan, where I taught high school students. And so ever since graduating, I've been doing freelance tutoring with a bunch of different agencies, working with students from 11 to 18. And the reason I love it is I've always really loved English, been so passionate about it as a subject, and I really wanted to bring that passion and that excitement and deep interest that I was lucky enough to have and be exposed to those younger students, and help them find their love for English. Because English is all about stories and storytelling, and everyone loves stories. So thanks so much for watching this short video about me and why I'm excited about teaching. If you have any more questions about what I specialize in, some of my skills, and my experience in teaching, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask. And I hope we can chat more and work together soon. Thank you.